Hey, Vinyl Community, Jeff here again. Time to hit another one of these lottery questions. The VC lottery questions, all the details below. If you're not familiar with the lottery, which you should be by now, this is question number 7. The general gist being, you answer the questions, and then he's going to have a drawing with all the people that entered, and you got hopefully at least 26 volunteers, each been added, have a letter, and they send you a product based on that letter. So you have the potential to get 20 some odd, should be 26, but I know we were still low on volunteers for this year, but 26 products would come in the mail your way, VCLT prize winnings. Hoping to win, it'd be great. Anyway, I've been in this quite a few years. So number 7 here, this is the first time we've had to do multiple questions. I'm up to number 7, there are 10. We got to the end of the month, time's running out. I'm jumping on, trying to get the rest of these done. Number 7 is basically the question of what is happening to your collection after you are gone. So you've passed away. Have you made plans for your collection, or is it just up to the family? And honestly, now I remember a couple years ago, Bobby actually dealt with this, something similar to this on his channel, and it really did get me thinking. And he was talking about, he had a game plan, and I know I'm going to probably get the numbers wrong, but this is vaguely how I remember it, that he was going to stop collecting no new items at like some age. I forget, it was like age 65 or something. He would be buying no new music into his collection. And from that point until for X amount of years, he was just going to enjoy the collection he had, and then at some point begin, I think he was going to sell them off before he passes away. That's all, a game plan. I have no game plan. Honestly, I hate to just be callous and say, like Bobby said, I'll be dead. I'm not going to really care. It's really worth more to me. Yeah, it's got some financial gain. It's got some financial worth. It's not an investment. I'm not saying, hey, I've got your whole retirement plan built in my record collection, or here's your college fund or anything like that. It is what it is, and I haven't given it a whole lot of thought, though when he said that, it did make me think. At that point, I think a couple years ago, I started selling off a lot of my CDs, especially if I already had it on vinyl, because I'm like, why? I don't really need duplicates. So I started doing that, but I kind of slowed down on doing that. I did that for like a year. Still got a lot of stuff on Discogs, but haven't added to it in years. So I haven't actively been doing that. I probably could easily go through my collection and probably filter out and pull out hundreds, 100 or so, and do something with them, sell them or whatever. My thoughts are what'll probably happen. I told obviously my wife and family know that this is not just, a bunch of $1 albums. They obviously know that there is some worth to it. And I don't think they would just drop it off at Goodwill. Though I have to say, and this is selfishly morbid, but I have always wondered if there might be that day where somebody in my age range were to unexpectedly pass away, and their family did just that. Took their records and just dropped them at Goodwill. And one day I happened to walk in there and find somebody who was all into 80s rock and metal and just have an entire collection. So that's been the dream. I hear about people making these big scores, and I'm just like, that would be a score. I hate to think that somebody did that and that it actually did that. Nowadays, it'd be tough, though, because I was thinking that just a few years ago, that was possible. Nowadays, I think everybody knows that records are back on the up and up. No, I don't say everybody, but most people. And they're not probably going to take them to Goodwill. They're going to take them somewhere else. We do have a local record store that buys, and they probably my family would probably take them to the bookstore that I do all the record store days and everything, because she knows that they buy, and they would probably give her a decent amount. So I'm assuming she would take it to a place like that and say, look, you need my husband. Hey, he passed away. Here's his records. Can you give me a fair deal? So I think that that's probably what's going to happen. I don't think I'm going to have anything in place. I don't know if I'm going to go the extra mile to put anything in place. Obviously, if I become sick and know that I'm on the road out, then maybe I would start a plan to do something. But I have a feeling I'm going to be one of those ones that just drops dead one day, and it's going to be unexpected. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be something that I'm going to have a lot of planning for. It's just going to happen. But who knows? It's just I don't have a plan. So there you go. That's the answer. I don't have a plan, and I'm pretty sure my wife would take it to a store that buys records, and both there's two stores here in town that do that, and they would give her something. They'd give her a decent deal. Both stores that I go to that buy, now there's a third store that does that, but they sell them for $4 a piece, so they're not going to give you but like $1. But the other two stores, they would probably give her a decent something for them to be able to resell it. So yeah, I'm thinking that's probably what's going to happen if I pass away without having any plans. But other than that, I don't really have any plans. That was a quick and easy one. I won't go any further because that's just whatever. It's something you don't think about, but probably something you should think about if you got a collection that's getting big. And I've got nothing compared to some people, so I'm hoping other people have. I have a lot more than some people, and I have a lot less than others people. So I don't know. Have you ever thought about that? What are your thoughts on what you would do? What's going to happen to your stuff when you're gone? That's the question. I got a lot of comic books too from the 70s. It's 70s and early 80s, so not in the greatest condition. But again, don't just take them to Goodwill. But there's a comic book store in town, and I'm pretty sure they would probably take them there. Anyway, a lot of things to think about if that's to happen, even though we don't want to think about it. But that's it for this one. 8, 9, and 10 coming up hopefully really soon, and I will see you later. Rock on and rock hard.